We are back, Ali, to validate a few more products. And so let's just get into it.
Yep, here's the first one. This is a bamboo steamer or a dumpling steamer it's got here, but I think we've all seen this product before. Bamboo steamer would be our search term. So already my first kind of thoughts on this is a bit of a surface level product in that it's a very kind of readily available product that you can kind of pick up from a lot of shops. It's not as deep in terms of research as we'd like to see, but let's have a look at the market. Surprisingly low number of search results.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
So far, so good. We can ignore the sponsored products as they'll be duplicated. Now, on the first row here, we've got 13,000, 23,000, 24, and 8. So a good level of demand for this product. So, I mean, obviously, it is a very popular product, but what we can see are a number of different price points, also a number of different offering types in terms of bonuses, budget steamer on its own, chopsticks included. So already the consumer already has a lot of choice in this market, which isn't exactly what we want to see.
It immediately brings in some confusion too, right?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. And then right the way down, still a lot of different kind of price points. So we don't really have a kind of clear route to market in this situation. We wouldn't really want to go up against any particular one just because there's so many.
They all look kind of the same, and it's a huge market basically. Like we're seeing things at 4,000, pretty consistently there and whatever. It is a big market, this one.
It's very big, and I'd say very confused as well.
Yeah, no, that's an absolute no from us. That's okay. We get no's. So I'm going to give you the second one there, Ali, and let's go with that one. So this one comes from Manoj. That other one was from Randy. This is Manoj. I'm not sure how to say her name. Apologies.
Okay, so this is a twirling baton case. I know that we've come across this before.
I definitely remember making fun of you about this one. Yeah, let's go again. I won't make the same jokes though, just in case.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, twirling baton case. So obviously, if we went ultra generic, it would be baton case, but that covers just too many broad number of products there. But this is a twirling baton, as you can see in the image here. And this is the product here, selling very well for a nice price point as well. A few different color variations within this listing. And if we scroll down, we have another one here which isn't performing as well, and very similar to when we looked at this before. Not much going on in the market.
I think it's not bad at all, this one.
Yeah.
No one listened to us before than Ali, clearly, because there's nothing better here. The images, the listings that are here, terrible images and all of that. This is a really interesting market, I would say.
And it's non-FBA as well, which is
exactly. I mean, it just goes on and on. So this is a very good one. So Manoj, I think it was, well done. A brilliant product, well validated. Go get pricing. Let's move on. So this is from Rosalind. Nice.
Okay, so this would be, I'll call this a shower caddy, and you can see that it's number one in its own subcategory.
Yeah, this is a nightmare, this one.
Yeah, generally gives us an indication that the market's going to be very big, very confused if it has its own subcategory. So yeah, shower caddy.
And again, it's number one bestseller, right? So this is going to be a nightmare. And again, this is certainly not a witch hunt. It's just so you know, this is something you really don't want to be doing. Let's just go through it anyway, though.
Yeah, so one kind of important, really interesting thing is that there's only 200 search results, which is very surprising. I know if we typed in shower shelf or shower organizer, shower wall organizer, I'm sure there'll be a lot of different kind of ways we can look at this. But looking at this over here, you can see that the consumer already has a lot of choice in terms of the corner. We've got the standard shelf here as well. We've got price points, kind of not consistent. Then onto the next row, very low BSR. So this market is definitely on the larger side so far. Right the way down, we're still well inside range. For me, this is a very competitive, very confused market as well.
Yeah. One of the things that will go through your head here too, Ali, is like all these products, you would have to outrank or certainly get onto this page in order to stand a chance of selling in here. And that's going to be difficult to do because a lot of those products are they're low BSR, they're selling quite a lot. It'll take you a while before you build up your sales volume to a degree where Amazon will start showing you enough, I think here. I think you'd pick up some sales if you sold something like this, but this wouldn't be a product I would want to do anyway. What about you, Ali?
Yeah, no, it's all about that kind of risk versus reward situation and kind of gaining visibility There's a lot going on here, a lot of noise in the market. And even if we have to forget about the overall size of the market, it just seemed very difficult to stand out here.
Yeah. Whereas the Baton case was so clear, you knew exactly what you're after, and it was obvious what the offer would be. Whereas in this market as well, there's like innovations, there's designs, and yeah, no, this is just. And again, you can buy stuff like this anywhere, right? Like you said earlier on, Ali. So we would keep away from this one. I've got another one in here from Watson coming right in.
All right, so we've got grilling planks.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm not going to pass any judgment here. I just want to see. I don't know what's going to happen next. So let's see.
Yeah, just kind of trying to understand the product. So,
oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff. Yep. Very good.
So grilling planks.
It's a shocking listing. Now, this is a wooden product, just as a little side point. Not the end of the world, just a few extra steps with wooden stuff. Something to bear in mind. But this is interesting.
Yeah. 129 search results. Now we've got two ultra low BSRs here.
Yeah, they sell a lot, these ones do.
Then we've got a very low BSR here.
Very popular.
Here. And this is a sponsored product, so that was the duplicate of one above.
Yeah.
4,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6. Yeah, for me, I'm already out on just the market size. Very large market, very competitive. It's almost like a hot product. Although the product itself isn't, you know, a quote unquote sexy product by any means.
Yeah, but I agree though. You could definitely see this being on like a hot product list because there's a ton of volume in here, but it's hard. How would you stand out? I think is the biggest question, Ali. That's the biggest problem with this one.
Yep.
I think as well, if let's just click into one of these, anyone at all that's doing well, and let's just check down to see the related items. Are they all planks? I almost guarantee you they are. There we go. Look at them all. Loads of planks. And that's the trouble, right? Because this is just so many of these products in this market, right?
Yep, absolutely.
So that's another thing you guys can check. A few different products coming in there later. But the barbecue world, I'm not going to say you can't sell stuff in there, but I would say it's a tricky market to get into that one.
Yeah, definitely. Same goes with like kind of kitchen gadgets as well. I mean, it's not to say that you're not going to find anything there, but they're not really, I'd say, product-rich areas just because of how competitive these markets are. Okay,
well, we'll move on to Adita, I think is how I say her name. If it's not, I apologize.
All right, so this is an ironing board holder, but this is like a wall mount. We could try ironing board. We could try both and see which one would be the most generic. So, and then we can try wall mount as well. So we've got 400 results for hanger.
Some of these are not the same product as well then.
Yeah, really. And even fewer on this one as well. So let's go with kind of worst case ironing board hanger. Now we're going to look at every product that we're going to look at and kind of determine whether they're competitors or not, is if they have the same function or a very similar function. So as you can see on the first row here, these all have very similar function. This is more of an over the door.
Yeah.
So potentially within the market, but let's count that as competition as well. 4,000, 11,000, 37, 24. So far, a decent sized market. We're kind of going out of range here. Got a 39 for a kind of very budget style product here.
Terrible price point.
Yep. And a few more down here, which are out of range. So in terms of market size, I can't rule this out. It does seem to have a few different style variations, but let's have a look and see if we can stand out. So we've got this kind of over-the-door budget version. We've got one just under $20, which has like a basket as well.
Yep.
And almost the same offering here at $15.99, which is also selling, but kind of slipping out. We've got another one here on the right, a little bit more of a premium product with the wood and metal.
Yeah, it's doing okay.
Yeah. And then anything else down here. So really the market is just up here. There could be a few things to look at here. Potentially the over the door.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah. Yeah. And then pricing would be kind of important here as well, and where you want to be putting yourself up against. And similar product to this or this, I would like to kind of see this at $14.99 as well, if your back was up against the wall. So this is one that's kind of a bit of an interesting one in that the numbers would have to work at these price points.
Yeah, and I think you could, like, I don't think the images are that great there or anything really. No. I mean, yeah, I think you could do something there. I mean, those three The M Design, the two M Design, actually, they're the same company. And TJ Moore, they're quite good. Listings are decent. You know, they're not bad at all. But that other one, then the Whitmore, it's actually selling the best. It's probably been there the longest. That's the, you know, it's not great. The image isn't great and stuff like that. So there's something in it. But as you say, Ali, if you were making a really nice profit on it, you might consider it. Just throw it into the mix because, I mean, there really is only a few products in that space. It's worth getting pricing for anyway.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Anthony, then, and I'd say we'll finish on this one today, Ali, because we've been going for quite a few minutes now. We don't want to be all day on these things. I think people are enjoying these. If you are enjoying this video, by the way, do give it a like for us as well, and do comment down below and let us know you've enjoyed it. So as this guy is then.
Yeah, so this was I think it was out of stock, or it just wasn't showing up. So I went into Google to do a search. But let's go with hose holder. So this is more of a wall mount. I know we've seen the hose holders that are freestanding or in the ground, but I think there's something about that wall mount hose holder. So it could be a rack, could be a holder. Holder is the first thing that's coming up here, so I'm going to go with that. Yeah, very low number of search results, few sponsored products. And we have a few different kind of variations. There's definitely taste involved in this space. Got 10,000, 13, 9, 10. A lot of demand so far.
Yeah, well, okay, here we go.
And if we scroll down again, we're still well inside range. But then, we can see that there's tons of different styles, color variations. And when you kind of add in the flavors at the top here as well, this, to me, unfortunately, would just leads to a bit of confusion in the market.
Very confusing. Yeah, and again, you know, if you had a sort of a different look, it's one of those products that I wouldn't do, but it's a product that you might do okay with, you know. But I would say just in terms of our rules, it would fail really down to that confusion end of things.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, it's probably not the worst market. And if it were, you know, if it was product number 20, would I consider it potentially if the numbers were working and I didn't have to shoehorn anything in potentially? But I mean, there are so many better, cleaner markets out there that I know I could just move forward with.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. You know, as you become more successful, you might just kind of throw this into the mix. But it's not something for early on. But it's decent research. Lots of good segues off of that. If you're in the program, you know what we mean. So worth taking a look at from that perspective. But everybody that's watched today, please jump down below to the comments and just even literally comment anything you want that you enjoyed it. Thanks very much, guys. Anything you want really helps the channel. And also, please like the video. It just is massive for us, and we really appreciate it. So, Ali, I'd like to thank you for coming on today, as always. And I will see you in another video, good sir.
Speak soon.